Okay, here we are back again with Dreams. It's been a long ass time since we played this. But I wanted to check this out because I was talking about it recently. I've been wanting to play Little Big Planet 2. I think I want to do a Little Big Planet stream at some point, maybe the first 2 games. But we won't do that tonight. The train game is neat in Dreams. What's the train game? There's so many games in here. There's a lot of neat stuff. But I've streamed Dreams several times. I think we've done like 4 or 5 streams of this game previously, and it's just been exploring the levels. But you know what? When I played Dreams before, it was in early access. It's been so long, I completely forgot about that. But when I booted up this game just a few minutes ago, it's like, oh, you were part of our early access program. You get to have this special avatar. And then I didn't actually put it on because I didn't know it was offering me like to either put it on or like not. So Tren, it's called. So maybe we'll take a look at that one. But yeah, it's been a long time since we played Dreams. I haven't played Dreams since I got a PS5, which I think was 3 years ago. And I think it was even a couple years before that since I last played it. So we're probably talking like 2018, 2017, something like that. I think it was kind of around the same time we were doing like, I remember Resident Evil was on PS4 at the time. So yeah, it was probably like 2017, something like that. So it's been a minute. And I have not played the game since it got out of early access. So I don't know if there's any major changes, if there's like some major upgrades with the tools. I don't know what the game is capable of, but we'll take a look. We'll see what there is, and hopefully it ends up being pretty cool. Let me switch over to my TV so I could see this a little bit more fully. Oh, you know what I forgot to do, though? I forgot to switch over the ticker. Hold on, let me do that real quick. I'm just going to edit the stream info. No, not Dresums. Okay. Let's see if it still has a category. Oh, it still does. 2020, it says it's dating this game. So I guess this game was released out of early access in 2020. We had access to it before that, but yeah, there's, oh, hey, look, there's that Tren game. Maybe we'll check this out. Trips was just talking about this. Choo-choo, hop aboard and explore the wondrous world of Tren, our latest high-speed, high-score, media molecule original adventure. Okay, so this was made by the devs of the game. I'll check it out. Tren by Beach Corp. But yeah, comparatively, I have not played a whole lot of Dreams. I put in so many hours into Little Big Planet 1 and 2. Those games were super, super fun. And even just like the single player campaigns that they made were great. But, I mean, with the level design and everything, I had friends that I used to play with. We'd always like make levels for each other, and then when we went over to each other's houses, we'd bring our PS3, and then we would, you know, check out the levels that we made. So we would always do stuff like that. Oh, you gotta hold it, okay. And just come up with stupid shit. But it was such a fun experience, I think, with the level creation. The level design and creation is so sophisticated with Dreams. I would not have time to, like, put any hard thought into making a level. Maybe one of these days I would be down to, like, give it a try, just to see what the game is capable of, take a look at some of the assets, just kind of fool around with stuff. But yeah, it's so advanced these days, it would just be, like, way beyond me. Speed up. Just a little boost. But yeah, I did play a few user-created levels when this game was in early access years and years ago. So long ago that I even forgot that I had this game. It's been so long, I did not keep up with it. It was super cool, and I even had people coming into the stream and telling me about their levels, and we played a couple of user levels that were suggested in chat, so I enjoyed it. But yeah, it was just, you know, it was still in early access, and I wasn't keeping up with it. And to be quite honest, I just wasn't really playing a whole lot of stuff on the PS4. So, let's do the race. It kind of was easy to forget, unfortunately. But still, it's a nifty little concept to have like a game that you could like create stuff with. And this looks great. I love the visuals of this. Yay! Nice. I was kind of slacking there a little bit. I'm surprised I got the whole 3 stars. Training track. Lower. You got it. Oh, but we need to be on it if we want to raise it back up. It's kind of funny to think about, but man, it's almost been 20 years since like Little Big Planet. I think that came out in 2008. We're in 2025 currently, and I'm finding myself getting hit with a lot of nostalgia for it. I do think I want to stream those. The servers have got to be down. I think the servers are down, so we wouldn't be able to take a look at any user creations. I don't think I have the old saves. Let's just do old treasures. I think all the other ones are locked. I do have the old PS3, but I don't think it works, to be quite honest. I would need to take a look at it, but I feel like I tried to start it at some point, and it wouldn't. But the old hard drive is in there. There we go. So it would be funny if I could actually find my old saves and play some of the stupid levels I made, but I don't think we have access to them anymore. Airtime. Oh, these are levels. Okay. I just skipped over 3. Just let me play it. This looks super sharp. I don't know if they updated any of the graphical fidelity since it got, you know, out of early access, and maybe there's like some PS5 enhancements or something. But I remember with the PS4 version, it looked super like grainy. It was weird. Let me retry that. But I think there was a lot of PS4 games at the time. There wasn't a whole lot of anti-aliasing or something. I don't know what the problem was, but like PS4 games, I remember had a very, very grainy look to them. And this just looks a lot sharper than I remember the games looking. Ah, shit. Boosted too early. There we go. Time was 16, right? There we go. It was under 18. Nice. Right type of snow. I missed something. Nice little music. One of the things I liked about Little Big Planet was the soundtrack. Of course, the soundtrack for Little Big Planet was a lot of third-party music. So, I mean, it was an original soundtrack, but it's not like it was made in studio with Media Molecule. Or I think maybe anyone at Sony. Maybe they belong to the Sony music publishing or something like that. But yeah, those two games had such a good soundtrack. I'd never played the third one. I was kind of out of the Little Big Planet scene by the time the third one came around. But it's like, I wouldn't be opposed to trying it. I just don't know, like, if the servers aren't online for it, it just, I don't know, it just seems like half the magic is gone. And then the other thing too, I remember hearing that the third one wasn't that great, but, you know, it's one of those things where I'd have to test it for myself to actually see. Yeah, the game is cute looking. I enjoy it. Oh shit. Yay. It's bronze again. Cargo herding. Oh shit. Can I like restart from here? No, that just takes us out of the whole game. Speed puzzling. Oh shit. Well, it counted. No, it didn't. I think, we went over. We took too long. This time. What did it say about the loop-de-loop? It like had something. Okay, like all the train cars fell off the last time. I mean, we made it. We lost a little bit of cargo, so we got -5 seconds. Shit. I mean, we still wouldn't have cleared. Well, we would have cleared silver actually. Oh well. Whatever. Okay, little neat little level progression system. All aboard. There's like a physics thing to this. Oh, they line up for you. Okay, shit. I should have just let them do their thing. Oh shit. Oh no, I just threw them off. Oh well. Completed it. I guess there's no timing for it. Here's a timing one. Button it. They trick you because the camera's off. It's blocked by that thing. Oh shit. Hold on. 3, 4. You think you'd see me playing this? I used to play this a little bit. I think I did it. Yeah, I mentioned it before. I think I did like 4 or 5 streams of this. But you know, not this particular game. I don't think Trend existed back then. But Dreams was such a cool little platform for games. I think I'll only do a couple more of these, and then we'll take a look. Oh, jeez. At some user creations. Or hell, if there's another medium molecule one, I wouldn't mind seeing something else if they got something else. But yeah, these is medium molecules, so it's the same people that made Little Big Planet. So the whole idea behind Little Big Planet, outside of, you know, the little Sackboy and everything, was just user creations. And with the first one, it was under the guise of like a 3D platformer. So you didn't really, in a, you know, kind of a 2D movement scheme, you could really only move up and down and left and right. You didn't have like full form free movement. But by the second one especially, they had increased the tools so much that you could do so much with it. I remember learning how to make games with it. And I had it to a point where I had a little third-person shooter, like a top-down shooter, a twin-stick shooter. It was really, really cool. I never got to go all the way with it and, you know, implement it into like a real game. But it was very, very fun to mess around with. There was like a little music creator you could do with it. Oh, we already did this level. But you can create all sorts of aspects to it. Visual, gameplay, music. It was very, very interesting, and it was fun to go online and see all the little creations that other people would do. And this is basically the same concept, but it leans much, much heavier into the game creation, because they give you so many tools where you could do so much. You know, this is just one of the games that's in it, but let's back out, actually. Let's go back to the Dreams menu and see another game. And let's just take a look and see what people have been making. Let's see, where are my options? Let's exit this creation. I will thumb it up. Follow Dreamer. That's just Medium Molecule. I don't think we need to follow them. They're the makers of the game. So let's see. Let's see what's out there. Somebody remade PT. Maybe we could take a look at this. I think I did this. I think I did this on stream. Like, it was probably an earlier version of it. But let's take a look at this. Let's see what this is like. PT 10th Anniversary Edition. Can't believe it's been 10 years since the demo came out that everyone went gaga over. It's crazy. 2015, man. Well, if it's 10 years from now. I guess it could have been 2014. I don't think so, though. 2014 was kind of like... I think 2014 was when I got my PS4. And I think I remember PT being at least a year after that. Let's start it up. Let's see what this looks like. Again, I think I did this on stream. If I have a recording of it, we'll get to see... I mean, we could go back and take a look at it. But I remember the visuals in the PS4 version of Dreams. They just look so grainy. Everything had like this weird... dreamlike look to it, or everything was blurry and it kind of had like this overly granule sort of texture to it. It was very, very strange. Look, they even got their own little logos and shit. It's crazy. Watch out, the gap in the door, it's a separate reality. The only me is me. Are you sure only you is you? Now look. The bugs actually got little legs that move. Okay, that hand model doesn't look too bad. There's still a little bit of fuzziness. Like you see what I'm not even talking about the painting, but you see like the trim on the frame. Hey, it's that same news recording. I think this is the one in Metal Gear Solid 5.
The day of the crime, the father went to the trunk of his car, retrieved the rifle, and shot his wife as she was cleaning up the kitchen after lunch. When his 10-year-old son came to investigate the commotion, the father shot him too. His 6-year-old daughter had the goofiness to hide in the bathroom, but reports suggest he lured her out by telling her it was just a game. The girl was found shot once in the chest from
how would they know that?
range. The mother, who he shot in the stomach, was pregnant at the time. Police arriving on scene after neighbors called 911 found
This looks pretty sharp though. I'm going to say that this probably looks better than the first version I played of it.
Neighbors say they heard the father repeating a scene.
And we're back once again at the beginning. So if anyone doesn't remember what PT was, basically there was a demo that was released, and it was entitled PT, and it was only available for a limited time, and it was published by Konami. What it ended up being, and I forget if this was advertised at the time, I think I'm going to turn the volume down. I forget if it was advertised at the time, but the demo was basically previewing what would eventually become the next Silent Hill installment. They were going to do an original Silent Hill. I forget if Guillermo del Toro was signed up with that. I want to say that he probably was, and they might have had Junji Ito on board, who was a big time Japanese horror writer. He writes and draws a lot of like Japanese horror comics. What is this? My voice can hear it. The sign, can you read it? I'll wait forever. You'll just come to me. And you know, it was just like this. It was all in a first-person perspective, and you were basically just going through this hallway in this house, and you know, as he'd walk through, different things would happen. And it left such a mark on people. People were so fascinated by it that it, in and of itself, later inspired other games, such as like Resident Evil. Resident Evil 7 was inspired by the concept that was put down by, PT. Just a horror-based game that's kind of like in a tight, confined area in a first-person perspective. You okay in there? And, you know, it was slower, methodical, it had a creepy tone, atmosphere, very tense. So a lot of people were interested in seeing what this would become. But the person that was leading the development of it was Hideo Kojima, which he had a falling out with Konami. Welcome in, Munchie. Good to see you. He had a falling out with Konami around 2015, which was when the development of this game was happening. Obviously, he was let go from Konami. He wasn't even allowed to finish Metal Gear Solid 5 because that game released in a broken state. Not a broken state, but like a half-finished state. Oh, hello there. So it's very disappointing. What could have been, I think it would have been a great direction, but yeah, Konami at the time was buckling down. They did not want to spend a lot of money on their video game division because they felt it was losing too much money, and Hideo Kojima was just spending too much with the development for their tastes. Seven? Yeah, 7 is such a interesting game, but the fact that it is kind of like tighter quarters and, you know, kind of slower is definitely a creepier vibe than some of the preceding ones. 5 is a good game. I like 5. It's very different. It's much more action-oriented, but it doesn't go way over the top like 6 does. I think it keeps it relatively confined. If you play it solo without a partner, though, it could be a little bit frustrating if you do any difficulty that's higher than the normal one. What a corpse at the beginning, even though you knew it was coming, it still got you. Yeah, I was working on my... Sometimes even if you know that something's going to happen, it can still give you a spook. I was just working on my car today. I had to replace the battery in it. And I knew, like, okay, as soon as I plug the battery in, I know for a fact that the alarm's going to go off. I know that the alarm's going to go off. And I know that I know that the horn's going to start blaring. And I'm like, don't jump, in my head. Don't jump. And then I plugged in the battery. Sure enough, the horn went off. And I was like, oh! I just like... You know, I flinched a little bit. You could probably get 5 pretty cheap these days, I would think. Resident Evil games in general go for pretty cheap. Can we do anything with this? I would think like $10 or under. I'm actually waiting for a sale because there's a couple people. Akumo was just in here. He was considering doing some Resident Evil 6 with me on stream because we just did Mercenaries for Resident Evil 5. Wanted to check out Resident Evil 6 Mercenary mode. The bee lady locked the doorway. Yeah, I can't seem to open the door, so she must have. I never got a chance to play PT. I've seen playthroughs of it and little clips of it and everything. Oh, there we go. So I've seen this via recordings, but I've never had a chance to like actually play it myself. The closest thing would have been whenever I streamed this game before and did the Dreams version of it. Yes, it does look a little bit like the Eraserhead baby. Just a bit. It's not quite horse-headed enough, but it does give that same little vibe. It's a very creepy looking thing. I think the design must have been... I'm pretty sure Junji Ito was attached to it, because that looks right up his alley. It definitely looks like something he would have made. It's got one of those things where it's like a very beady looking eyes. Stretched face, weird limbs. Forgive me, Lisa, there's a monster inside of me. This recording that was playing was used in Metal Gear Solid 5, though. It was playing on a radio in a campsite. Okay. There she is. If you make the wrong move, you get downed by this ghost or whatever it is. It looks pretty solid. I do want to say that the visuals were touched up a bit in this game. And I don't know if that's on account of it being on the PS5. I'm playing it on the PS5 now, or if they actually did make, you know, something to make the models look better. So if we die, do we just start it all over from the beginning again, or does it kind of like save our progress? Because in the original demo, eventually you're supposed to be able... Okay, it saved. In the original demo, you're supposed to be able to leave the house. It's a spooky visual, man. I don't blame you. I don't know the specifics on what we need to do, though, is the only thing. There's a way to get out, but...
After killing his family, the father hung himself with a gardening hose in the garage.
Refrigerator up there with blood pouring out of it. We're in the red light zone. Baby's still in here? Baby's still in here. I can hear them calling to me from where? Yeah, he moves a little unwieldy. I don't remember if it was like that from the beginning from what I saw. Like from the original. I don't know if he has like this weird little sway to him. He could be top heavy like you say. Or it could be that he's like injured or something. I don't know. Oh, hey. Ghost is pursuing me from behind. Hello. They got the movement down. It looks just as freaky. I guess I'll walk up to it. Because it didn't seem like anything else was happening. I wonder if there's still a script for this lying around somewhere. I wonder if they ever plan on like implementing it into something. Obviously they went into a completely different direction with the Silent Hill games. They ended up doing a remake of 2 and then putting resources into Silent Hill F, which I think is going to be interesting. I'm really hoping that game is good. It'd be the first game in a long time that I'm like really looking forward to. But I mean, if they end up going back to this and doing, you know, continuing on whatever PT was going to be, I think that'd be fantastic. Did that get you? It was freaky. Even in a recreation like this, I mean, the sound design and everything is great. It's a little rough visually, but like with the animations and everything, all that it still looks fantastic. So I'm surprised they got it as good as they could. Notice the hello text is gone. Oh, hey, the door's open. Yeah, I don't know what the triggers are. It's just can hear them calling to me from hell. Oh, okay. That's what it was. It's just that you have to like wander around until something opens up. Eventually you'll trigger whatever it is that needs to be triggered. Alright. Somebody speaking Latin or something. Whoa. Now we're moving with speed. There's a blue door. I don't know if I should have gone in there. Maybe not. It's just the bathroom, but nothing's happening when we go in. I feel like it reset. Just eyeballs looking everywhere. Oh. Something weird happened. The only thing I haven't done is gone back in the reverse direction. I don't know if I should, or if we should just keep walking forward. I think it reset. Okay, that's the first time we've actually been able to like sort of interact with the door. This is so disorienting. Still 23:59. We haven't quite hit midnight yet. Still try that door every once in a while, just in case. Nothing there. Audio's certainly getting weird, though. What is this? Oh, we can look into the bathroom. okay. Somebody's getting murdered in the bathroom. Bathtub specifically. No turning back now. Oh. You might be right. Hold on, let's go in here and see what happened. Baby's there.
You got fired, so you drowned your sorrows in booze. She had to get a part-time job working a grocery store cash register. Only reason she could earn a wage at all is the manager.
Oh, is the baby talking to me?
In a skirt.
Oh, God. All right, Ikiri, I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Exactly 10 months back.
You take care. I'm going to need to see a full thing of this. I've only seen clips of the original PT, but I'm going to need to see like it in its entirety. I'm sure this is a fairly accurate representation, but you know what? Even like, excuse me while I cough there. There is a possibility that in this day and age, somebody might have the ability to, oh, hey, it's finally midnight. Have had the ability to actually emulate this now. Because for the longest time, this was only available, like, on PS4s. There were even people that were selling their PS4s that had it downloaded for, like, thousands of dollars. But it's been a while since I've looked. There might be a way to actually play the real deal. This seems like, you know, as far as recreations go, this would be pretty accurate. I mean, there's so many more details that you just wouldn't even assume would be in this. How many pills there are now, pills and beer. Got stuck there for a second. Oh, VCR is on the fritz again.
Two 204863. 204863.
Okay.
204863.
Dial that. Taking a while for that one to load up. Oh, okay. Fix the damn bug. Was that it? I remember seeing the end to it. I think there was more. I don't know. Maybe there's alternate endings for a demo. It seems odd, but I don't know if that's something they did. I remember seeing the end to it. And basically you walk out of the door finally, because the whole demo you're stuck in the hallway. And then you walk out of the door as like the final act, and then it shows the character walking out of the first person perspective, and it turns into like a third person view mode, and then it shows off the player model who was I can't think of his name now but he's that guy. He was in Death Stranding. This looks like it's the lights are off, the baby's in here. I think maybe that was just like a fake out. I think there's probably actually still something going on. Oh, the clock. Where's the clock? I mean, there's a digital one. I don't think there's like a grandfather clock that would be chiming like that. Norman Reedus is his name. I forgot his name. He has such a weird, unique name. You'd think I wouldn't forget it. Norman Reedus and the Funky Fetus. That's what everybody called Death Stranding before it actually came out. back a minute before midnight again. Oh. Baby's still good. Quiet you. Now entering the green zone. Still can't leave. Now exiting the green zone. It's interesting game design because obviously you're just going through the same thing over and over and over again. And it's hard to determine whether or not you're actually making progress, but there's always like something that's different enough where it tells you that, yeah, you're progressing. Making games? Hardly. I'm just playing them. Welcome back, Scoop. No, I wanted to check out Dreams. We were talking about it on stream like a week or so ago, and I'm like, it's been a long ass time since I've actually played this. In fact, last time I played it was actually when it was still in early access. And it's been out of early access for 5 years. So I wanted to see what things were like. Captain Dax, welcome in. Dreams is rad. It was a massive creative tool for the community. I don't know if they intended to make it so that people can use it like an actual game engine, like, I don't know, like a Unity or something like that, and then people could sell their games. I don't know if that was the idea behind it, but there's such a huge driving force behind the community. When I streamed this, you know, back in 2019 or whatever, there were so many people that were like coming into the stream. I remember people telling me about like their creations or cool things that they thought was neat. And it's like that didn't happen really with any other game. I mean, no other game really had kind of like a creative force behind it, like the creative tools where you can utilize that kind of thing. But, you know, it was some wild streams back then. And so many people were like passionate about making stuff and exploring the creations, and you know, it was a very unique experience. And even back then when it was in early access, I'm sure that the hype has died down, but there are still people that are like, you know, committed to making things here, I think. Expected it to be bigger. I just don't see how, like, unless, like I mentioned, it was a thing where people could actually like export these games and like sell them on a market or something like that. I don't see how it could have been bigger, really, because you're still within the confines of an actual game. But I mean, I don't know, maybe even if you didn't charge for them, but they were like, the games were put on like the PlayStation market or something like that, I'm not too sure. They quit supporting it way before people expected, you think, or it could be wrong. I'm not too sure. I actually haven't followed this game all that much, so I'm not too sure what the what Media Molecule did with it, or what they're doing still. I want to see what 5 years did. You have a pretty polished game. Live for that thing and talking about backlog. Don't want to step on my toes. I wouldn't be opposed. Is it like a quick fare kind of game, or is it something that takes a while to kind of get into? Oh. We didn't see it jump at us that time. But yeah, even a while ago, even as rough as some of the games were, I do remember them being interesting or fun, or just like I remember just being flat out impressed with the capabilities that you could do with Dreams. There was like a lot of different little game types of stuff that we saw. I remember there was a really cool one, like even with like licensed stuff. Like I remember there was a Star Wars game and it kind of was Rogue Squadron-esque, and it played pretty well. It didn't feel like a fully functional game, but it was also something that was still heavily in development. But what they had, it all felt pretty good. A few hours of playtime. I got you. Yeah, I'm just checking stuff out on a whim here. I wasn't even sure if I wanted to complete this, but it's like a demo. I can't expect it to be very long. Well, you know, the original game was. I don't know if PT, the 10th anniversary, had stuff. I suppose it's possible. We're back in the blue zone again. The last new thing that we saw was the ghost that was approaching us, but haven't seen anything else. The clock is still going off. Well, Captain Dax, it is impressive. I do commend you. If you've spent 5 years developing a game, I would have to think that it would be pretty involved. I remember the ghost being up top or something at some point. Oh, there she is. So she does that again. Making games is fun. I mean, the creation process for anything is fun, I think. You know, I'm a part-time artist, and, you know, I always enjoy drawing. I've gotten a knack for, like, wanting to make games. There's been times where I've had, like, RPG Maker, and I've sat down for hours and worked out little stuff, but you know, I don't have the aptitude to follow through with and do anything major. But I was just talking about Little Big Planet, which was another game that Medium Molecule made, and like with Little Big Planet, you couldn't do a ton with the platform, but you could do enough where you can, you know, make little levels that basically got the point across. And like over a week's time, I'd always hang out with friends like on weekly intervals. We'd always like hang out on a Saturday or Friday or something like that. And for a good while, when Little Big Planet had originally come out, we'd, you know, make levels on our own time, and then when we met up on that day, whatever that day was, we'd just like show them off to each other, have each other play them. Or sometimes we'd be making like a really big level, and we'd like have the friend play test it. So it was a cool process. Yeah, I do illustration type art. Work through a lot of illustration commissions. Stopped support in September 2023. Shortly afterward, guy leading the project said left to pursue other opportunities, which is imagined as a forced resignation. Maybe. I don't know. Again, I haven't really kept up with the development of this game, Dreams, and I haven't kept up with Medium Molecule in the slightest, so I don't know what's going on with them. But their stuff used to be very fun. It was fun. Thing is, it sounds like it's a bit of a live service model, but there's no like returns for it. Like, it would be cool to keep up with this and, you know, just, I don't know, keep refining the tools and make it easier to do certain things, or, you know, build up a asset library or something that people would have access to. And I think those things do exist, but I'm talking like continually keeping up with it. But the thing is like, you know, people only buy the game once. It's not like there's anything to keep money coming in. So it seems like for as long as this game was in development for, and you know, I remember playing it early access, what, like 2017, 2018, something like that. For as long as it was in development for, you know, there's only, I would imagine, just a fairly small amount of people that are actually buying it. Again, I remember people very passionate for this game, but, you know, as to what the numbers were, I have no clue. I don't know if it was, you know, a huge success or... But even if they did sell a lot, I mean, that only goes so far. You wouldn't be able to keep up with that even if you made a decent amount of money from the start. Eventually, that's just going to start winding down unless, like, Sony or somebody is funding you. The tools they left it is totally serviceable for any simple to medium complexity game. Asset packs, things like that, modules of logic, that would have been a lot of help. Yeah. And I don't know if they ended up like doing something like that and then monetizing it. I don't know if that would have been more incentive for them, or if like the community would have rejected that, like, oh, you're charging us to get access to new tools. But at the same time, it's like from that kind of standpoint, I would understand it. I'd be like, well, yeah, I mean, you know, if you want a team of devs to work on a game for, you know, a decade or more or longer or whatever, it's like there has to be some kind of monetary gain. There has to be some money coming in because, you know, people, you can't just do things for free. I guess unless you're government funded, but I get the feeling like they probably weren't. That kind of stuff happens in Canada and France, but I don't know about Europe or England or wherever these guys are from. I think Media Molecule was British based. Sony was backing it for sure, or they were putting money into the publishing for it, but I don't know that they would have been paying Media Molecule like tons of money just to keep working on it. Has a lot to do with why they moved on, from your understanding. Sony wanted a monetization plan. Media Molecule did not want to do exactly that, just like I'm saying. Okay. I get it, because, you know, you do lose sometimes if the community doesn't take to it. And, you know, I have no clue what they would have said about this game. I don't know if at the beginning they were like, oh yeah, we'll never charge you for anything. This is all yours. And it's like if they had said something like that and then eventually they just started actually charging people, yeah, there would have been a lot of people that were pissed. But there needs to be something. And if Sony was the only ones that was like putting money into it outside of the people that were just purchasing it, it's like that's not going to last a while. And especially the way Sony operates, they're gonna put a stop to it eventually. So, you know, I think it had a pretty long good run. I mean, if it went on for like 5 years or something, that's a long time to be running for just one singular game. This is PT in Dreams. You can see in the bottom right hand corner though, it does say Made in Dreams. That's always the tell. It's very good looking. I just don't know what I need to do at this point. I've never actually played PT, the real deal. We can't do anything with any of this stuff, can we? Yes, it was made in Dreams. This is all Dreams made. And I want to say on the PS4 it actually looked worse. I was talking about it before, but I feel like I don't know if it was just like the capabilities of the PS4, but everything looked like it didn't have much anti-aliasing. It had like a real fuzzy look to it everywhere. And you still sort of get that. I don't know if it's helped out by the fact that this is on a newer platform with the PS5, or if maybe there are just some upgrades done to help out how the game runs. I'm not too sure. Oh, hello there. What you doing out there? No, they didn't port it. This was made from the ground up. There's no, I mean, they could have imported sound files. I don't know. Captain Dex, can you import sound files and stuff? How is this stuff kind of like made? Because this can't be like 100% original assets, I think, with the audio, specifically speaking. But like the models and everything like this, all these, the movement, the camera, the controls, it's all done in Dreams. Yeah, they took the time to create it beat for beat. Can you import audio though, or is the audio like completely recreated too? You must be able to, because I can't imagine that there would be tools. I mean, unless they use like the microphone on the PlayStation Eye or something to like... Yeah, I don't know. At the very least, I would think like even if there was some asset that was like brought in via like a microphone, it was them holding up like a speaker to the, you know, PlayStation 4 or 5 or whatever. So the audio had to have been brought in. That's the only thing I could see that was like taken from the original. But everything else, the visuals, like I said, the gameplay, it's all created from the ground up. Also, your stuff is, this place is cursed. Okay, I'll make a note of that. I will check it out, because I do want to kind of like delve into this a little bit. I think it would be pretty nifty. They had a web tool? Okay, that makes sense. Like, we always need the ghost to like come into us to like trigger things. What the hell? I wasn't that slow. Yeah, for the models and everything, very impressive work with the models. He says he's one of the more talented sculptors. And the animations look great too. The you know, kind of like gyrating and stuff. There's no way. That was such a big thing. Like, I was talking about it, like it used to be that people would like sell PS4s that had PT downloaded onto them for like thousands of dollars, because that was like the only way you could play it for a while. I would be willing to bet that so much time has passed that you could probably run it through an emulator these days, but it depends on how easy the file was to access or whatever, if somebody actually had access to it. He's got a John Wick scene recreated. Okay. Is it playable, or is it just like a scene? I know you could do like movies with this that are just like basically cutscenes. But yeah, I figure Konami has moved on by this point. I figure they don't want anything to do with PT or whatever had to do with it in the first place. Oh, it's just a scene? Okay. I mean, that's still cool. Had it been playable, that would have been fun, though. I don't know how far it's put us back. We've spent a lot of time on this, so I'm going to go ahead and back out. It's very cool. I mean, the amount of stuff that they've done with it, it's pretty crazy. Looks like you can't continue, so it's possible to do that. What was I going to check out? I wanted to check out to see, like, various things. Like, we'd always pick a theme every time I stream this game. I want to see, we just finished up Angel of Darkness. I want to see if there's any decent, like, Tomb Raider creations. Let's see. We've already got some popping up here. Tomb Raider, The Great Tree. Tomb Raider, Antarctica. Tomb Raider, China. There's a Tomb Raider remake. The remake. What's trending? Some of these look like scenes and stuff. Let's just go by recommended and see what's up. Maybe I'll do like most thumbs up. Laura's Mini Adventure. Sure, let's take a look at that. Oh, they were about the Dreams version? See, it's so good that they're advertising Dreams. That's kind of crazy, though. Look, they tried to go for like a little pixelated version. My God, she's double cheeked up, that's for sure. Okay, it doesn't have tank controls, so it's not like really PS1, but I guess it's close enough. Can she light on? Oh, okay. There goes a leg. I was gonna say, if she lights on fire like in the original games, we'll be dead. Oh, she could just stand in the fire. Well, I mean, you know, that's kind of enjoyable. I hated dying to the fire in the original games. It was always shitty. Oh, that ain't it. Wanted to see if we could pull out the guns or something. This might just be a platformer. Captain Dex, thank you for that follow. I appreciate it. Oh, here's a little bit of music. Oops. Hey, this is actually starting to sound like a Tomb Raider track. Oh, it is a Tomb Raider track. It's from Tomb Raider 3. I mean, it's pretty close. Having just finished off the second remaster collection, I get the hankering for playing the first few games again, which I kind of was doing before the collection even came out. I started playing Tomb Raider 1 again to see if I could get as many trophies as I could through a single run through. Can't get enough of that Tomb Raider. I'm telling you, man, the past few years, ever since I replayed the entirety of the series, it's really bumped up in my favorite games of all time. It might even be my favorite game series, which it used to be Metal Gear. Metal Gear's still fun. Metal Gear has some not so great games in it. And then some of them are a little bit, like, I can't jump into them like I can with Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider, I could just pick up, like, a good chunk of the titles and just pick it up and be satisfied with that. With Metal Gear, there's, like, so much you have to get invested to with the story, which I appreciate. I always enjoy a good story in a video game, but when I know the story backwards and forwards, it's like, it's not quite as fun getting through it, you know, the 20th time around. But, yeah, the Tomb Raider games they're so simple and fun to get into. I just have a good time with them anytime I play them. So that was just a little platforming section. Wasn't anything too crazy. What is this PS1 inspired? Let's take a look at this. Oh, look, they got a PS1 boot up screen. I remember playing years ago on Dreams a recreation of the Spider-Man game, the first Spider-Man game that was on PlayStation 1, and they actually got it pretty close. Like, the controls felt similar. Looked pretty damn close, too. Like, we got a little Tomb Raider menu. Does it have her mansion? Oh, it does. I bet you it doesn't need to load. Maybe it does.
Welcome to my home. I'll take you on a guided tour.
Okay, see, that sounds like it's coming through a small speaker. I think what some people are doing is they're just, like, holding up like a recording through, like, from their phone or something to, like, the PS5 microphone or 4 microphone or whatever.
If that was just your way of trying the doors for me. Pardon me, if that was just your way of trying the doors for me.
Oh, okay, here we go.
Okay, let's do some tumbling. Press the jump button.
It's so quiet.
Press it again and quickly press one of the directions and I'll jump.
They've got the environment down. The controls don't feel like the classic games, but the environment's down. It's got a pretty good, I mean, it looks actually more accurate to her original model than the last one that we saw. So that's pretty good. Yeah, I think they might be using the DualSense controller or something. They're just kind of speaking into it. Maybe. Which, hey, whatever you need to get done, if you want to get it done, but it does, some are more obvious than others, I'll just say that. Looking at some popular Dreams games, Liminal. Oh, you know what? I might have played that one. I think that one was on the featured for a while. That sounds familiar, though. It's a Silent Hill inspired. I remember playing an original horror game in Dreams, but I don't remember if that was it or not. You know what? No, Liminal is a relatively recent thing. Like the whole liminal space thing that people like these days. In fact, it might be an old fad by this point. But I feel like that was something that happened like into the 20s. I don't know that that was around when I was playing this game, like 2018, 2019. So maybe I didn't. Oh, okay. It's coming out of the plane. There's a little secret sound effect. Ah, she says aha. I don't know what the secrets are. They just appear to be like giant orbs. I don't know if that's like a temp object or if it's supposed to be something. Did we do it? Ooh, it's a little crackly. I guess this is just finding treasures. There doesn't seem to be any combat or anything. Touchpad for classic mode. Oh. It just crops it to 4x3. Okay, fair. Alright. Guitar coming in strong. Yay! Oh shit. Well, I almost had it. I guess not all the way though. Alright, I think we get the idea. Well, they got the look down. From the looks of most of these, it seems like they definitely have like the aesthetic for a few of them. I was kind of hoping something would capture the Tomb Raider games on a more gameplay style. Like I saw these to begin with. Let me just look real quick to see what this is like. I still use the same control scheme. Look at that. She looks so bubbly. But for the most part, they just seem to be kind of just like traverse the area. Oh, I can't even jump. Well, I didn't jump. Oh, it's square. Okay. Can she... Okay, so there's a dash. Not good enough. But yeah, I'm not too remiss about the combat. Like, there not being any combat in here, but it would be nice if she was able to, like, grab onto something, too. That would, like, even a mechanic from that standpoint. I don't know. Alright. Well, not quite gameplay. The gameplay I was expecting. Let's take a look at that liminal that Scoob mentioned. I'm curious. Most thumbs up. Back rooms. Okay, these are all back rooms. See, if you type in liminal, that just does the genre, I guess, which there's going to be a shitload of back rooms type stuff. You know what? Hold on. Before we do anything, because I think I could do this right away. Let me look up Captain Dax's. Is cursed. Yeah. Assuming it would be this one. trophy. Nice to meet you. I'll follow the creation too. That way for sure. I get to see it at some point. Alright, I'm gonna go back and look at this liminal thing. There was an actual level called liminal, so we'll check that out. You wake in your office, not know if it's a dream or burning memory. Psychological survival horror featuring a first-person shooter combat, resource management, full voice acting. Oh, I wonder what that's gonna be like. Sure, let's give it a try. Sure thing, Captain Dax. I appreciate you stopping in, so be sure to look. See what the game's all about. Are you sure you want to begin? Yes, I'm sure. Actually, what are the settings? Okay. Game includes references to suicide, may not be suitable for all audiences. Nah, I'm good, Chief. Dreamt I was a rat crawling desperately in search of an exit. Then I awoke. Now I wonder, am I a man who dreamt of being a rat, or am I a rat dreaming that I am a man? Do you like cheese? And if so, how much do you like it? Is there even a difference? Oh, there's some biological differences. Yeah, that's me when I'm working. That equally could be the expression that he conveyed. Are we men stuck in the rat race, or rats stuck in the men race? I like to think of it as men, or as rats stuck in the men race. I don't know what a man race is, but it's sure to be intense. Hey, hon, please remember to pick up our groceries on your way back from work. Hope to see you home before nightfall today. Me and the baby miss you. Have something cooked up waiting for you. Have a good day at work. We love you. He just posted that up there. This looks like the Stanley Parable. Which I never finished. I actually only played Stanley. I bought the whole game. I did buy it on sale though, but I bought the whole game just so I could get a reference because somebody wanted me to draw a background for their game. And they wanted it to look like The Office and Stanley Parable, and I'm like, well, I don't know what that is, so why don't I just buy the thing and find it, and I'll play up to where The Office is. I did play a little bit more after that, but I didn't know that The Office was going to be like at the very beginning of the game. So it was like, oh, okay, probably could have just looked up a video or something. Little Alice in Chains. Or wait, no, is that Alice in Chains? No, that's not it. Isn't there a rat song from Alice in Chains? It's, what is that, Smashing Pumpkins? Oh, also, Scoob, does this look like the game that people were saying was one of the highest rated, highest valued games on Dreams? The song sounds familiar, but I don't know what it is. Oh, and also, Scoop, since you're here, I have an appointment early-ish tomorrow, so I'm not going to be streaming like too long. If you are down and around tomorrow, I'm probably going to be doing some multiplayer games. If you want to do some Fall Guys tomorrow night. But I got to get up at like 9 a.m., which is not my usual wake-up time. So I'm not going to go super late tonight. I'll probably go for another hour at most. Presenting, in collaboration with Rammstein 53452 and Matizlel. This is that one? Okay. Thank you, Captain Dex. Liminal Mystery Box is also top tier. Alright. This one was called Liminal, so I just assumed. Heck of a get just to be like the one that gets to claim this name, though. I'm imagining that there's no restrictions, like, even if there is another creation called Liminal, like you could probably make your own, but, yeah, I would imagine that name was flying around, you know, the past few years. People making stuff on here. The one I was thinking of, because I do remember playing a horror game, but I remember it actually being like fixed camera angles. So it was in a similar vein of like the original Silent Hills. It was not like a first person view mode. Ah, the Shawshank Shark. Revenge. But it was like a third person sort of survival horror game. If this is supposed to be horror, though, I don't know. It's very calming. It's lovely music, nice warm color palette. Sort of reminds me of that section in Killer 7. There's like a I think it's kind of more like a Spanish-looking city. All the buildings are white. Might be like a Spanish coastal city. I forget what it was, but it sort of looks like that area just a bit. A little more grunge, urban looking though. Alright, now we're getting into some nitty-gritty. The whole liminal thing, I get why people find, you know, the aesthetic of it to be creepy. I do think some people play into it a little bit more than they probably would normally react to it, though. Like acting absolutely terrified of it. I would think if I was wandering around in like a place where I didn't know where it was, and, you know, there were big empty spaces and large hollow corridors, I would probably, think this is kind of creepy, but it would not fill me with like absolute dread unless I was just stuck there forever. Then maybe. These are not the best conditions for our medical practice, but what choice have they given us? At this rate, the influx of injured and sick, and the embers we've managed to kindle here will burn out. Our work, our humanitarian efforts, as much dying as our poor patients, and them, execs in suits. They sit comfortably in their kingdom of ash while we suffer down here. They get higher, we fall lower until we're forgotten. I get the picture. This is looking, it's such a cloistered little urban environment. I'm getting vibes of like Kowloon or something. I wonder if something like that, oh hey, it's Kilroy. I wonder if something like that exists in in Dreams. I've always wanted somebody to do like a Kowloon simulator. I remember, I think it was I think it was Japan. I was gonna say it was either somewhere in China, but I don't think they'd want to reference Kowloon, to be quite honest. Boy, look at that brick.
Where are you? You promised you'd be home before dark.
Yeah, well, I got a little lost. Yeah.
Our home is on 204 East Concordian Way. We hope you're home soon. We miss you.
It's not really a cell phone either. Yeah, I mean, you could take a brick phone portably, but it's not like you could just, like, receive calls. It had to be plugged into something. We're in Suite 2. Anthony, there have been an increasing amount of complaints from residents regarding, according to the rest of the management, a supposed infestation of vermin in the walls of the complex. Numerous reports have noted distinct rhythmic scratching, among other indiscernible noises coming from the walls. The way they described it sounds like noises are purposeful. Work of a person, not an animal, but my experience tells me that it's most likely a plumbing issue. Those pipes make some unsettling noises. My grandparents would tell us to carry the voices of the dead to scare us. Seems like a weird thing. Look, I'll write it off as a plumbing issue for now, but something tells me the residents won't be the only ones cowering under their blankets at night if we don't diagnose the issue soon. But anyway, I was talking about in Japan, there was a Kowloon-themed arcade, and you wander around. And if you don't know what Kowloon is, basically it was a city that was in... well, it was like an apartment complex or something, but it was still, you know, the fair amount of the city was, like, resided in this apartment complex, and residents there would just continually build off of it. They would steal electricity from other sources or each other, and there were just, like, cables everywhere, a bunch of stuff wired up, and it's just, like, tech built on top of tech, residencies built on top of residencies, and it was kind of, you know, there were a bunch of people practitioners of like medicine and, you know, shops and everything that didn't have licenses. So it was kind of like a dangerous place, but, you know, all the residents there all felt like it was, you know, it was home for them. It was safe by their standards, or, you know, safe to whatever degree they measured. But the Chinese government didn't like it. Eventually they forced everybody to move out and tore it down. But it was like this almost kind of like urban hell. You think of like the mega cities or something from like Dread. It was kind of like an embodiment of that, where just like way more people than there should be piled on top of each other in this large complex that they all kind of built off of existing stuff. Very fascinating when I see like images of it. I've always wanted to see like a representation of it. There is a Kowloon section in Shenmue 2, for instance, but I didn't feel like it captured Kowloon, you know, as part of that actual complex. I've always wanted to see somebody do a recreation of that. And when I took a look at like pictures of that arcade in Japan, I was like, wow, that looks pretty close. It looks pretty much what I'd expect it to. It was like kind of the definition of like a cyberpunk almost. It was just like a bunch of tech, wires. It was like a dirty cyberpunk. And like the buildings were high where people lived. Even if it was daytime, there was hardly any light that bled through. It just, I don't know. It's one of those, I'm sure it was horrible in some regards. You know, the residences there seemed to like it well enough, but I'm sure for living standards of like the average person probably wouldn't want that. But it also had such a cool look to it. But it was causing issues just because, again, there was a lot of people practicing stuff that they shouldn't have been doing. There's a lot of illegal trade going on there. There was an airport near Kowloon that was near that complex, and pilots would have to fly in a certain way. They'd have to tilt their planes in a certain fashion in order to avoid the big building that was there. And it just became like too much of a hassle. Welcome in, Shaxon. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate that. We're just talking about Kowloon here. You were doing Devil May Cry tonight. That's right. Did you finish it? It looked like you were kind of closing in on the end. Thank you, Shaxon. I do appreciate the raid. Welcome in, guys. We're doing a little bit of Dreams tonight on PS5. I'm just playing this liminal game. Part of it is reminding me of Kowloon, though, so I went into like this Kowloon discussion. Let's turn on the light and see what's going on. Done with 4. Nice. Did you do that's the one that ends, or like one of the final things is like the board game, right? Did you have to do that? I remember when the board game came back, I'm like, oh shit, I gotta do this crap again. I got very lucky though, and I think I was able to do it with one run without having to redo any rolls or anything. I did it about as quickly as you could. So I got like super lucky with my run on it.
Hi, Mom.
It's not a long
Everything's
game.
going well. We're just settling into the apartment.
To the point where, I mean, like,
yeah, there's so
it's like
much
half a
space.
game doubled over, and then you play as another character on the doubled over part. It's like, it's really short. I don't know if it's...
Tater's
What would be
doing
shorter,
fine.
that one
He's
or
already started
2?
his first week at the company.
2 is pretty damn
He's
short as
so
well.
handsome in those suits.
But I guess
You
there's
could see
multiple
him.
campaigns.
So
Neither of us
professional.
which actually went through it, though, so I couldn't tell you if it
Yes,
was
I've
worth
been
it or not.
watching an Iron
2
Man
is shorter.
right
I
now.
think 2 is
I
probably
think you're a
shorter.
good wife, you know, despite your
4 is a
doubts.
shorter game, though. I remember getting through it pretty quick.
I know you're just worried, but we're okay. Moving
I'm assuming
home
you're
has
going to
been
be
a lot
getting into
for us,
5, or are
but
you
we're doing
doing
what we can.
are you doing DMC?
Tater's happy, the baby's happy, and I'm happy. When we're
I
all
can't
together,
remember,
what
boy.
more can I ask for?
I don't remember if DMC came out before 4 or not, and I don't know if
Okay,
you're going
Mom.
if you're going through them in chronological order
I'll
or
let you
of
go
like
first.
release date. Okay, you are doing DMC. Okay, I thought so. I did the same thing when I played through that series. I went through release, and I was like, I think I played DMC after 4. I think you're gonna have fun with DMC. It's a very, very silly game, but it's mechanically it works very well. The writing and the story, I was laughing. I had a good time with that. I'm not gonna say if it was good or bad, but I enjoyed it. It was a fun game. 5 was real cool too. I actually enjoyed 5 quite a bit. I think I like 5 more than I like 4. They were both pretty good. Oh my god, that's so bright. Ugh. 2, Peter Chavez, 204 East Concordian Way, Suite number 2. Congratulations, welcome aboard, Panner. I'd like to personally congratulate you on being offered a position at Redacted with our fastest growing division. Personally assure you that it is our goal to foster your growth in our company as promised. We know it would be a great asset to our team as we expand. Okay. Whatever. Nothing super pertinent to what's going on here, I think. Was there a door there? Hold on. Oh, maybe not. It's like I turned on the light and the door just vanished. Oh no. Oh, is she though? I guess she's breathing. Nah, she's fine. The baby turned into a chicken. Yeah, she's fine. The text says she's fine. I've always actually wanted to play through DMC again. I know that they re-released it. I bought it too. They re-released it on PS4, like a newer version of it. And it sure as hell is better than the initial version, because I played the original version on PC, and goddamn, I ran into the worst glitch. Cost me a grip of time. I was very upset when I realized what was going on. But the special edition also adds in a couple little details. Also has the Virgil DLC and everything. So I've always actually wanted to play through it again, but I just have not had the time. Maybe I'll stream it one of these days. DMC wasn't a terrible game, as much flack as people give it. It's one of those things where it's like a black sheep of the... It's better than 2, that's for sure. 2 is actually like really bad. But it's one of those black sheep games where a lot of people will just kind of pile on it and say it's awful. But I don't think it was that bad. I thought it was fun. Hello, sweetie. Today's the day we get to say hello to our little birdie for the first time. I'm so, well, I don't have the words to describe it, so I'll describe it with this. Heart emojis. I'm nervous about this ultrasound, they're calling it. But that pales in comparison to my excitement. Can't wait to see you there. With love, Lucina and your birdie. Oh! Nothing else? There's a door here, but I can't interact with it, and there doesn't seem to be anything interactable next to it either. Should turn in for the night on the couch. If you say so. Oh yeah, been there. I always hated that noise. Anytime the emergency broadcast... Oh, yeah. Bunny man. Anytime the emergency broadcast test signal would come on in my childhood...
Peter, just do it.
it would always freak me out. I would like go run and hide.
Hello, son.
Hated that sound.
It's your father. I wanted to wish you a happy birthday.
Oh.
I'm excited to see the man that you become.
Thanks, Dad.
And I hope that you can see this video and see that your father loved you very much. You have a bright future ahead of you. God, I hope you do.
You never care enough to do these things for your son. You don't love us anymore.
What is the point of this, Lucina? This isn't right.
Is that him singing too? Did he record his own track and he played it as a backing track for his birthday video? The world news. Tulpa sighting, uh-oh. I thought tulpas that were stuff that, like, we imagine in our own brains. Music's also very loud. I keep, like, continually turning this down. Maybe it doesn't have an effect.
Have you seen this man in your dreams?
Yeah, I've seen that guy. I know him.
If you have seen this man, do not contact the authorities. Instead, call our toll-free number now, and we will match you with the necessary medical professionals to help you in this sighting.
Better dial up.
Do not be alarmed. What you are experiencing is completely normal, given the everyday stresses our nation is experiencing.
I give props to the developer doing, I'm assuming, their own voice acting. I can't imagine that they brought in somebody else. It's got its own charm to it. It also sort of takes away from the, I think, creepy vibes. I mean, it's serviceable. Also, most of this, like, emergency broadcast stuff, I feel like I saw a lot of people starting to do that after that. What was that? There's a YouTube channel. It was like channel 42 or something like that. I remember one of the first videos they did was like this was like an old broadcast tape of like a national emergency situation, and it was like for the U.S. during the Red Scare or something like that. And it's like, if the country gets invaded and the president gets killed, we ask that all citizens go out to their front lawns and shoot themselves in the head with the American flag in hand. It was like, oh, okay. It had a creepy vibe to it. It was kind of a interesting little thing. Not quite found footage, but like lost archival footage type things. But it was done so seriously. They had done a few more. They might have done, there was like a moon one, I remember, where there was an emergency broadcast. And it was telling people like not to look at the moon or something. So there was that one too. I remember they did a cartoon where there was like this skeleton that kept walking around. It was kind of sort of depressing. I don't know. I didn't keep up with them, but I think the one that had probably the most effect was the one about the American citizens killing themselves for national security or whatever. It was off-putting. It was sort of had a creepy vibe to it. This game seems interesting. I'm going to back out just because we're not spending a whole lot of time on any one level. I feel like we've gotten a good feel for what this one is like. But it's pretty good so far. I might go back and check that one out later. I'm seeing what else has the liminal name to it though, just to see. It was mentioned, what was it? Liminal something? Oh, Liminal Hogwarts. A little Hogwarts action. That might be fun. There was a liminal something else. Mystery box, that's what it was. It's got 9.2 likes. Sure, why not? Let's give it a look. Options. I like that they include those. I'll turn the volume back up. Those cutscenes were loud as shit, man, in that previous one. Alright. What do we got going on? It's a very greasy looking car. See, that's like the old visual that I remember. Everything had like this weird fuzz to it on the PS4. I mean, but even this, it looks, even though it's fuzzy, it looks smoother somehow. It's strange. But I remember everything looked kind of off, and it's like most of the games that we played tonight as part of the stream have looked pretty solid. Like, they haven't had that weird aesthetic that I remember a lot of Dreams games having, where they were just like fuzzy. And like a lot of it seemed blurry, and like there wasn't a whole lot of anti-aliasing or something. I don't know. It was a strange look, but I think either the assets got updated or something happened. Oh, look at that. It's a little recreation of this room. Another test broadcast signal. Oh. That's pretty cool. I've seen games do this before. Where you just exit through a door and it's a completely different space on the other side. That's nifty. But, you know, you don't expect that to happen in like a game for games. No. The door jostles a little bit. I thought maybe if we tried pushing it hard enough. Ruins left behind, experimental abandoned suburb. Transportation into the void is facilitated through the perfect recreation of a room from the neighborhood before it was absorbed during the incursion.
We're a bit understaffed these days. I'm Morris. I work here. Or at least I did before the breach. Look, I
Can we
know
die?
you just got here, but I need your help. I had to initiate a lockdown of the breach happened, but
There's just no
now I'm
end.
stuck here in the control. I need you to open the door from the other side.
I guess we can't die.
If you do this for me, I can get us both out of here. Deal? I think Barry had a key card to floor 1 on him. He's around here somewhere. He unfortunately ran into some issues with exposure to time dilation. Anyways, trust me.
Oh yeah. We've all been there.
Quickly. Time catches up with you pretty fast in here.
You're telling me. He's nothing but bones.
Good, you found it. And Barry. Why Barry? He was a good guy. He didn't deserve this. Sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't wait for whatever you're going to say. It's another game that has like a slight Stanley Parable type vibe to it. But I'm also kind of reminded of that Mike Klubnika with his analog horror games. This past October we played VHS horror and was it DVD horror? I think it was. I actually bought his game on an IO service, which I've never done before. He had like an IO page or something. And, ooh, snail milk. Nice. He had an IO page and the game was like $2 or whatever, and I bought it. It was a good purchase. Those are neat little games. The VHS horror, I think, is the one I liked more. There's one on Steam, and I think that's the one you had to buy on IO site. There's one on Steam that's pretty good. I think it's DVD. I forget, but I think it's DVD horror, and it's free. You can pick it up. I thought it was neat. Some of the games were better than others. There's only 5 of them on there though. But the VHS horror was just like a singular game, and I thought it was like a better executed concept because you had to like venture into like VHS tapes. Like you had to like backtrack through tapes to see where certain like puzzle elements were hidden, or like pick up certain items or do things in the VHS tapes that would have an effect in like the outside world. So it was just a neat concept. And I think it played better as like a little horror game. I think he made that Buckshot game that everybody was playing for a while. I'm pretty sure that was him. If that wasn't it, there was another one. Maybe that wasn't it. There was one where I remember it was a similar type of game to one that was on the DVD horror, where there was like a card game or something, and you were playing against a guy that had like a gas mask on or something like that. I don't know. It seemed somewhat intense, maybe even a little bit annoying. Oh, there's a basement outside. But I think that was him. Oh wait, where is it? I guess it's only available inside the building. Oh. I was like, I thought I saw that the snail milk had something you could pick up, but no, it's just the drawer underneath it. Can I pick up anything else, or can I get out of here? Mysterious reports of missing persons. Please report any suspicious activity. I'd say this channel's pretty damn suspicious. In other news, consumer demands for housing skyrockets. Blah, blah, blah. What's the thing about the microwave? It's got a little shocked face on it. Time sure does seem to be flying here. You'd almost think that we'd like keel over. Oh, hey. Okay, I didn't expect that. It did say hello, didn't it? Are we just locked in here? No, we're not. Oh. Bike seems to have been displaced. Okay. Now we can get into the basement. Hey, it's that same mask that that big crocodile thing was wearing. Nice. Yeah, this is reminding me of those little indie horror games that I played. I'm digging it. There was a stronger narrative with the other one, but I do like the kind of more atmospheric puzzle elements to this. I did like the environments in the previous game, though, the first liminal one that we tried. That was pretty cool. Lemon. Ah, the brain. Brain off now. Okay. We can enter the sphere. Is it like the Michael Crichton book? Oh. Oh, I see. Each time we enter another world, another orb gets brought back. I half expected him to still be there. Ah, we got another one. Nice. I gotta say, I don't want to spend, I mean, we spent a shitload of time on PT, so I shouldn't say I don't want to spend a whole lot of time in each game, but I'm kind of hooked in this one.
I was getting worried there. I sure wish you could.
Yeah, whatever. I'm going through as fast as I can. There's like a slight vibration in this game when you move too. I think it's the first of any of the Dream games outside of the Media Molecule one that's actually had any sort of vibration element to it. Whoop. That was weird. Can't close the door again. I know somebody's home. I know there is a home. If you come back to it fast enough, you can see it load in. It sort of ruins the effect just a tad, but oh wait, it wasn't this long. It's me hitting my headphones against my mic. Wait a second. Maybe there's some pertinent information in one of these windows. Really even sure what's going on. Is the ground continually getting higher? Because it seems like those chairs are like sinking. What? I am stuck. Okay, there we go. Was the building moving? What was that? That was weird. I couldn't move for a second, and like the building is moving on its own. That was weird. That was strange. Oh, okay. There's a key. Experimental innovation on home security by projecting the home as a facade when the home is entered without a key. The house, okay, is equipped with a redacted that allows it to store the interior in the redacted. Downside of using redacted is that it's difficult to maintain and breakdowns can occur to the way it can accelerate entropy. Fascinating. Wait. Okay, hold on. I guess we need to insert the key. We have the key. Oh. Well, there's your problem. Ah. Let's drop the key for a second. I think we have to copy the window pattern. So this, what is that? Is that the front or is this the front? No, okay, so this is the front because it's only got 2 windows. So the back is the lower left. This is both of these. Back is lower left. And then what's the last one? Middle closest to the front. There we go. Where's the, shit, where's the key I dropped? Hopefully we don't need it. All right. I just took my key away from me on that occasion. Oh. Oh, good.
Welcome back. Okay, you're almost there, I think. According to the logs of the key card, there should be a phone in there. Call me on that phone and...
Was talking about time displacement. I don't know if he's having a rough time or what, but I seem to be doing okay. Crouch? Oh, good, I can. I like my little, you can see my little avatar shadow. There's a weird collision detection thing that happens. Like if I get too close, it, oh, I see. If I get too close though, I sometimes get stuck. Oh, jeez. No longer connected to the Dream server. What the hell? Both of these just make it fall back, though. They don't, like, push it forward. Odd, but okay. Okay, we can engage it from the other side. I did not notice that the last time. There we go. We have a doorknob. Is that attached to this? Somebody lose a doorknob. Is that a door on the back? Stop. Oh, Lord. Something messed up the physics. Come on. Ah, dang it. I don't know if it's going to stop by the time it hits the wall or what. It may not. I can't grab it though. Okay, here we go. Thank God. Oh, that is a doorknob place. The doorknob receiver. Anything? Can I climb up this? Okay. Come on. Where are those? Oh, there's the light. There we go. Color-coded things on the side, so I figured there had to have been something we could do with it, but I wasn't sure what. Huh. Oh, I bet I know what the problem is. Hold on. There we go. Easy to figure out. The first time in a long time that things have felt a little bit laggy here. Oh jeez, this reminds me of what the game played like on PS4. Did I get it? The inventory system is very strange. But I guess as long as it works. We went a little bit too far. There's going to be multiple colors, maybe, depending on which switches we have flipped. Blue and yellow make green. Key. For number 7. I suppose if we turn on the switch just to yellow, maybe there's a door in there. I didn't see anything in here. Is there a lock on one of these? Oh yeah, there's a lock. I guess once you get an item, you can just call it back, though. So if it ends up getting lost, like we were trying to chase after the doorknob last time, I don't think we needed to do that. Wait, what? Where did the red switch come from? I'm confused. When did we get that? Ah, the blue goo. Or maybe it's sand, I don't know. Experimentation proverb, hindsight is 20/20. If you don't have hindsight to work with, maybe take a walk around to pass the time. If that doesn't work, try walking in the other direction to buy some time for your pending epiphany. I mean, I do that on occasion. Not seeing anything change, though. Does the sand... Okay. Well, the bell rung. I was wondering if the sand, like, dissipated or something the more we ran around. I don't think it does, though. Sorry if this makes anyone dizzy. I'm not seeing any changes, though. Oh, that's what made the noise, this thing. Okay. That's what's changing. So the clock works now. What does that mean for us? Try walking in another direction to buy some time for your pending epiphany. Get the clock working. I don't think it actually works. Like the time goes backwards. And then I think walking around it again doesn't really change anything. Does something change out here? This is usually, like the entryway is usually the same. I don't get it. What's up, Lane? You're telling me. Interesting direction that Core took with the Tomb Raider series. Alright, well, what haven't we haven't tried one with all the lights on, have we? Oh, Lord. Ah! That seems like it might be a problem. What does this do? Nothing? I got up top. Oh no, Barry, or whatever your name was. Alright, well, we got that. I think we need that to replace the thing that broke. Or maybe at least connect it to the side of it or something, I don't know. There we go. Now what's it looking like? It's looking reversed. Also, did the door get bigger? It seems like it's larger now. Or am I getting smaller? Ow. Hello? Call the police. Tell them to send help.
The number you have dialed was incomplete or incorrect. Please check the number and dial again.
Did we see a number at any point? I don't think we did. There's the key with the 7 on it, but that's not a number. The camera zooms in so close.
You have dialed was incomplete or incorrect. Please.
I thought I remember, okay, the guy that was on the radio, I thought I remember him saying to call him or something, but I don't remember if he gave a number. Yeah, we kind of just like skipped past him, but still. I don't know. If I go back outside, will he say anything still? Or are we beyond that? Sir, are you still out there? I don't think we looked at the purple. Well, there's a body. Oh shit. Okay, hold on. I thought I could. I thought the like floor was still accessible. It wasn't. I mean, the body's still there. There's 3 of them this time. Oh! I thought I saw there was an interact icon over one of those bodies. What's up with you? You get down from there. Boy, this is one of them shitty Atari games. There is a game like this. I forget what it's called. But it reminds me of this exact same thing. We got a green triangle, which is also a button on the console. Oh, we got a 9. Oh, you know what? We probably have to go through all the color rooms, and then we have to get, like, different numbers. So we got, like, the orange key with the 7 on it. We have a triangle with 9. I bet you through different color combinations, we'll probably get other numbers, and there's probably going to be 4 of them total, and we'll have to figure out the combination to dial into the phone. I get it. Okay, well, it does seem like it's a little bit involved with all of those puzzles, so unfortunately I will back out of this one. Very well done, though. I love a good little puzzle horror type game. And it's not like super hard into the horror, but it's pretty neat. I'm curious about there's a Sonic Breeze game. Where did all these Sonic games come from? I guess I just took off the search parameter. Well, I don't think I'll do Sonic, but there was that Star Wars game I mentioned before. And I don't remember if it was specifically called Star Wars. Oh, there's the Enterprise there. Curious what that was. But it was done so well. And that was so long ago, I wanted to see if they made any progress with it, but it was like a Rogue Squadron-esque game. And it actually controlled pretty damn good. Man, look at all this like prequel stuff. That's crazy. Back when this game first came out, or at least when it was in early access, people still shat on the prequels like crazy. That's the first sequel-related thing I've seen. Let me go most thumbs up, because this one was so damn good. I would have to imagine that other people would have played it. I remember a lot of people played it back then. I'm not seeing it, though. Unfortunately, my account didn't save from, like, when I downloaded this onto the PS5. Like, I had to restart the game from the beginning and do, like, the whole tutorial sequence again. So, even if I, like, thumbed it up or favorited it or followed it at some point, I don't think it would still save it. Man, I'm not seeing it. Now we're getting into, like, the hundreds and stuff, but this one, I thought, like, it was, like, super popular back then. It was crazy how well it was done. I wonder if the creator took it off, or maybe it was one of those things where they wanted to avoid, like, copyright infringement, so they were like, well, let me call it something not Star Wars. That might have been it. What is this? This one has a lot of likes. Battle outside and inside the rebel ship up until the entry of the Death Star, Battle of Hoth included. What is it, like the arcade game? Let's see. I'm just gonna skip the intro text. That sounded like it was recorded off a bad mic. Yeah, this still sounds like it was recorded off a mic. Wait, is this actually playable, or is it just a movie scene? Because I know people do, like, recreations of movie scenes, which they're impressive, but I'm looking for stuff to, like, actually play. But shit, if they recreated all the movie up until the Battle of Hoth, that'd be pretty damn impressive. Oh no. Wait. Oh, the original movies are so good. I just watched 4K versions. There's been fan restorations for the films in 4K. Group of fans got the original prints, and they've been remastering them and applying color filters that were originally applied to the film prints when they first came out. They look so good. I haven't seen the movies like that in a long time. I mean, I saw them on VHS back in the day, but, you know, I've watched the, there was the DVD special editions that came out probably in like the late 2000s, and they had the original versions of the film on there, but the resolution was so tiny. I won't even say that the VHS probably looked sharper. They were like 240p resolution. They looked like shit. But it, you know, for the longest time, that was the only time unless you watched the VHS editions, that was the only way you could see the original versions of the films. And the 4K restorations, like crystal clarity, but also like not clear to the point where it like spoils the fact that it's a movie. It just looked good. I don't think I could play any of this. There was just like the whole action scene on the Tantive 4 there. Here, there's a gun in the in the thumbnail for this one. I think I could play this one. Call of Battlefront. Hold X to play any mode. Sure, let's just play any mode. Pulse gun, Reaper, Razor, Challenger. No E11? Or are we not on the Empire side? Watch those wrist rockets! Let's do a carbine. Look at that run animation. Okay, so it's like hold the capture points. So it is just like Battlefront. It's nice that they got little NPCs. I don't remember there being a ton of NPCs in a lot of the games I played in Dreams before. A little far on that grenade, but... Ooh. How far can he chuck a grenade? Okay, not very. It was further than I wanted it to go when I originally did it, but then it's not far enough that I could, like, toss it across the field. Oh shit. Blew myself up. I didn't come around the corner fast enough. Alright. Well, this is kind of cool, but... Lego Star Wars test level. Clone story, Darth Vader animation. Fighting, eh? Just sculpture. Okay, so it's just like the movie poster. Darth Vader survival simulator. Laser sword fighting. Man, I was kind of hoping I'd see that Rogue Squadron looking game. I don't remember what it was called though. I do think it was on a stream though, so I'm pretty sure I recorded it, but I'd have to sift through and find out which one it was. Star Trek Battle, eh? Single player. I just like the look of the Enterprise, so I just want to see what this is. That looks pretty slick. What are the controls? Forward, reverse, steer, sub warp toggle. Alright. Oh wait. Why are these other Constitution classes firing at me? That hardly seems right. All hands brace for impact. Oh shit, there we go. Oh, little gremlin came out. Why am I not fighting the Klingon ships? The Katangas. Oh, are we just out for good? Okay. You get booted out of the game practically if you lose on that one. Let me see. Hold on. I am curious about it now. I'm gonna take a look, see if I can find it. Just want to see what the name of it is. Let's see. Okay, I even titled my streams when I uploaded the VODs, Dreams Early Access. Oh yeah, the duck game. I remember the creator came in to tell me about that game. Kind of nice, little addicting little thing. I see I did a pod racer game, which I saw before. Okay, I see it. That one's Galaxy Racer, the pod racing game, which I think was still in the Star Wars section. Man, 720p on my old streams. Oh, it was called Space Wars. See, I knew it would be something like that. Some shit where they wanted to avoid IP infringement or something. Here, let's take a look and see if it exists. Space Wars. Space Wars Force Fighter. Albeit still here. Oh, it said continue. Attack mode. Star Destroyer and under construction. Oh, look at that. You have the analog to tilt the speed. You have flight mode and attack mode. And just like the way it controls the pitch and the yaw and everything feels like it is kind of like an arcade fighter. Very solid. A lot of the stuff in Dreams, it's hard to get controls right. It's hard to get a good feel for controls. And this one, like, just felt right. The original, I don't think the Death Star was attackable. This doesn't seem too different from the one that I played, though. I think it looks a little better, maybe. But other than that, it seems like it's about the same. I think you just have to kill X amount of TIE fighters. And then, is that it? I killed 30 of them, too, so, I mean, that's quite a lot. We saw in that other Star Wars thing we played, they had, basically just held their phone or whatever up to the microphone and recorded the Star Wars audio. Obviously, this is like royalty-free Star Wars-esque music, but it sounds better. It sounds clearer, which I appreciate more than just having like a crusty recording of John Williams soundtrack. The sounds, like, of the sound effects actually sound pretty good too. So I don't know if these were made original or if this was another thing where they were like recording it from something else. Let me take a look. I mean, this is super cool, but it doesn't really seem like it's all that different from the other one. Give me a sec. Yeah, there's like more detail in, I think, the Star Destroyer. But I was going to say there's planets added, but I don't know. The planets are there in the original. Honestly, it's a shame, but I think maybe this one was given up on at some point. I mean, it's still up here. It still exists, but it doesn't look any different. It's possible that maybe there was some advancements or something done to the AI, but I think I remember that under construction thing too. And, like it seemed like they were going to do more. Let's see. Let's go back. Oh, wait, shit. I didn't mean to do that. We leveled up. Yay. We have a new imp. I'm level 12. We know what you like to do. Play. I didn't check. I was going to say I wish they had a recently searched for. They might have. I just didn't see it like in the first glance. So I'm going to say that it probably didn't exist. No, it's called Space Wars. Shit, not Space Fighter. VR compatible. Oh, I was following this. I guess it did carry over my save. Huh. I wonder why it made me do the tutorial and everything over again. Very strange. Reset my progress. I just wanted to see if there was anything else. AI demo, is that just... Oh, I see. I don't remember if this was available before. They're just kind of showing off what it can do. Oh, that's a shame. Oh well. They had done a lot with it to make it like, you know, as solid as it was. It was impressive when I originally played it, but there's nothing changed about it, so it's just the same thing. I was kind of hoping that maybe after all this time that maybe they did something else, but I guess not. Did this guy do anything else?
This is where you'll find all the things that you've made or won. Over time, it'll become an awe-inspiring display of your progress.
Animation. Looks like he made some assets. Missing constellation. Happy New Year simulator. There's that one. Side out looks kind of like a wipeout thing. Although, is this stuff he made? No, this isn't stuff he made. This is like, I guess, stuff that he liked. Or is this stuff I liked? I don't know. Maybe it's stuff that it incorporates like his creations. I don't know. I'm not looking into it with any great detail. I'm just kind of like skipping through this shit. Alright, well, that's about as much time as I wanted to put into it. I'm gonna, I suppose, go ahead and head off now, since I do need to leave. Get up fairly early in the morning. But it was fun to revisit this. I'm sure I'd like to come back and maybe spend a little bit more time. We only put a couple hours into it. Well, maybe like about 2.5 hours into it. We spent a long time on PT, but I'm sure there's many more things that we can do. Captain Dex, I'd like to look at your creation at some point. Might do it off stream. He did say it was a longer format type thing though. And usually with the Dream streams, I do like to kind of do stuff a little bit quicker formatted. But we played some cool stuff. I did like the Liminal games. Happy we got to check those out. And my curiosity's piqued, so I think I would like to go back, do another Dreams stream at some point and see some other stuff. And we could search up some other key terms and see if see what's out there. See if anybody's come up with something cool. But it was very fun to play through. And, you know, we beat Tomb Raider earlier in the night as well, so that was cool. Thank you to Shaxon for the raid, Trips as well, Triple L Supreme, and Shaxon Kitsune. Make sure you go check them out. They do some great streams, a lot of variety in games and stuff, so cool things. Oh, let's see. Who are we going to raid? Benny's up. He's doing a TR2 no loads, no meds run. Since we were doing Tomb Raider earlier, I'll go ahead and raid him. Plus, compared to the other streamers that I follow that are up, he's got the least amount of stream time, so he's probably going to stay on longer than some of the other ones. I see some people clocking in over like 6 hours. Probably not going to be on too much longer. Or maybe they will. Maybe they're doing some kind of marathon. I don't know. We'll go ahead and raid Benny, though, while he's doing some Tomb Raider. And thank you guys again. I appreciate it. And hope to see you next time. I'll be back tomorrow, and we'll do something. Probably multiplayer night. But until then, you guys take care. Have a good night. See ya.